Hey there. I am sitting in my car. I often do this a lot. I sit in my car right before I have some, coaching session or a strategy session. I do it in the comfort of my car because it's quiet and I have Wi-Fi anywhere, so it works out. I also have a new selfie stick, so that's what you're seeing right now. And I quickly wanted to share something that happened yesterday. I don't know if any of you follow astrology, and you may or may not, but I'll share with you real quickly. Right now, what's happening is Mercury Retrograde, right? And also what's happening yesterday was, it was the last day of the previous moon. So last night at 11 p.m. there was a new moon. And so what Mercury Retrograde and what the waning moon causes you to do is it causes you to reflect on your life, right? Reflect on things that are not working. It causes you to go inward. It's all about introspection. It's all about releasing and letting go. And so some of you know that my relationship recently ended a couple months ago, and yesterday my ass was being handed to me by just like all of the sadness and the grief and like all the despair. Like, it was just in my face, and a lot of emotions came up, like anger and sadness, and it was really hard to deal with because I had a really full day yesterday. I was on my way to go to a networking event, and there were going to be like 30 people here, okay, business owners. And so I knew that I just had to show up to this networking event and had to be positive and put myself out there. Like, I really didn't have a choice, and part of moving through life and part of having a successful business and having a successful life in general is that sometimes you do things and you don't feel like doing them. And yesterday, because of all of the emotions that I was going through, I was in total breakdown. And I was also in a lot of fear mode. Like, honestly, I felt as small as this. And I go through this sometimes, I felt like a tiny little just a tiny person, really insignificant. And also my fears were just right in my face, and I didn't feel that confident, and I just didn't feel that radiant and bright and empowered. But I was like, I gotta go to this networking event, so I'll go. So the networking event was at this woman's house, okay, and there were like 30 women in there. So when I walked in, I saw all these women, and they were all dressed up, and immediately I felt insecure. I felt underdressed. I felt like totally like, oh my God, what the hell am I doing here? And so I put my, it was a potluck, so I brought a plate of food. I put my food down, right? And then I was just thinking, oh my God, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to look at anybody. I just want to be in breakdown right now. So I went to the bathroom to pass time, okay, to kind of distract myself and get out of that situation. And then in the bathroom, I looked at myself in the mirror, and I said, you know what? Show up and serve, okay? Just be here, be present, and allow the universe to bring the people that you're meant to talk to, that you're meant to serve today. And I did a little prayer. I surrendered all of my fear, all of the ego, the breakdown. I just let it go. And I said, universe, please work through me. I am your conduit. Just say the things that are meant to be said to these women today. And I sat down at a table and was chatting and just started loosening up. I was like, whatever, screw the problems that I was going through, just be present and have a good time. And I did. And the best part of all of that was at the end of that networking session, I actually had one woman who was sitting across the table from me say, oh, I'm really interested in working with you. Let's sit down and talk about that. I want to know how much you charge. So I was like, wow, that's cool. So really, it's like when you are able to set yourself aside and set all your problems aside, sometimes that's exactly what needs to happen. And yeah, Lucia is saying, just be present. It's so true. You show up and serve other people, and it helps you get out of your own breakdown and your own stuff, right? Because it can be really overwhelming, and it can feel like this downward spiral of darkness. So I just wanted to share that story with you. It was definitely a win, and I hope you're all having a good day. And I'm going to go back to prepping for my next session. Love you all. Bye.